For over a century, the foundation of petroleum geology has rested on a single strict rule. Oil is considered an exclusively biological relic, the liquefied remains of ancient marine algae and prehistoric plants that died, sank, and were cooked under heavy rock layers over millions of years. Because living things die in finite numbers, this fossil model established a rigid assumption of scarcity. It frames petroleum as a strictly limited resource, continuously ticking down toward inevitable depletion. That belief in an ever-depleting reserve dictates modern energy policy. It drives international conflicts, fuels massive economic anxieties, and directs exploration strategies worldwide. If this biological theory holds true everywhere, there is a clear logical conclusion. Complex hydrocarbons should only exist on a planet that has sustained abundant organic life. But our own solar system presents a massive glitch in that logic. Look at Saturn's largest moon, Titan, an entirely lifeless celestial body with no history of biological activity. This radar map reveals something startling. Those dark blue patches represent vast lakes, dunes, and aerosols of complex liquid hydrocarbons. There are no ancient forests or deep-sea algae here, yet Titan holds extensive reserves of the exact compounds we call fossil fuels. On Titan, these hydrocarbons form through purely abiotic processes. Carbon and hydrogen undergo naturally occurring high-pressure thermodynamic reactions, chemical processes that transfer heat and energy without any help from living organisms. Titan proves that biological decay is not a necessary condition to create hydrocarbons. And if the universe can manufacture oil using basic physics and chemistry, we have to ask if Earth is doing the exact same thing. To find out, we need to look past the shallow sedimentary basins where we normally drill and focus deep underground into Earth's mantle. This schematic of Earth's deep interior highlights how carbon travels through the lower mantle. High-pressure laboratory experiments show that the extreme temperatures and pressures at these depths are perfectly suited to spontaneously synthesize complex hydrocarbons, entirely independent of surface biology. This map pinpoints a real-world economic anomaly that supports this deep Earth theory. Eugene Island Block 330, located in the Gulf of Mexico off the coast of Louisiana. This specific petroleum reservoir was heavily extracted and rapidly depleting. But instead of running dry, it inexplicably began refilling itself with new crude oil. Chemical analysis revealed that this incoming oil was geologically younger than the oil previously in the trap. It was migrating upward from much deeper sources, traveling through deep tectonic fault conduits. This behavior challenges the idea of finite storage. It suggests that certain reservoirs act as open systems, continuously replenished from below by a non-biological thermodynamic engine. The primary objection to this idea points directly to the chemistry of the oil itself. If petroleum comes from the lifeless mantle, why is it packed with biological signatures and specific carbon isotopes, which are variants of chemical elements? The answer lies in the deep hot biosphere hypothesis. This theory documents the existence of massive, deep subsurface microbial ecosystems, colonies of extreme bacteria living miles beneath the Earth's crust. Picture the sequence of events. Freshly generated abiotic oil migrates upward from the deep mantle. To reach the surface, it must force its way directly through these microbially active, densely populated rock zones. As the fluid passes through, these deep Earth microbes physically consume and interact with parts of the abiotic oil. In the process, they leave their own biological fingerprints behind. Under this model, the biological markers found in crude oil do not prove the fluid originated from dead plants or animals. Instead, they represent microbial contamination picked up along the fluid's long journey toward the surface. The exact origin of petroleum remains a complex, open scientific problem, but the evidence suggests hydrocarbons might actually be a continuously generated, functional component of our planet's internal architecture. However, acknowledging that Earth might generate oil abiotically does not give humanity a free pass for limitless extraction. In fact, the consequences could be severe. This cross-section of the lithosphere illustrates a new systems-level hypothesis. Instead of stored energy, deep hydrocarbons act as a physiological buffer. They insulate intense thermal zones and physically lubricate massive grinding tectonic fault lines. The true environmental threat is rapidly draining this fluid. By removing that deep Earth lubrication, aggressive extraction can actively trigger induced seismicity and massive earthquakes. We need to stop viewing the Earth as a static graveyard of ancient resources waiting to be mined. It is a dynamic, highly pressurized machine, and we are currently, thoughtlessly, draining its vital fluids.